Alright guys, I just want to talk about the 50-50 for a moment here. There are many guys, when they see the 50-50, they see it in competition, they think it's a very boring position. And I think it has a lot to do, well, with two factors. First of all, it seems like only a few people know anything about it. Nobody else knows anything about the 50-50. If you don't know any techniques, you can't do anything, it's going to be boring. The second thing is simple psychology. Something new comes along, even though they dominate very well in the worlds and the pans and at a very high level of competition. When it comes down to the techniques in the gym, often gyms and teams are hesitant to take on new things. I don't think I do you service at doing this. I think you always should try for the latest techniques and should try to grow, because there's actually something very, very nice about the 50-50. Well, there's a couple of things. For one, I can't think of a tighter guard other than close guard. But let's compare this to close guard for a moment. Look, if he would be my close guard, he would be up for sure on top of me. He could use both his hands, and even more importantly, both his hands and his legs would be free. One of his legs is trapped. It's trapped in a manner that's very hard to get out. And that's another thing that perplexes so many guys about it. They don't know how to escape their 50-50, and they feel they're just trapped, stuck, and then they think the game becomes boring. What really happens here, I took this leg from under him. If you think about a full guard, he'd be sitting on his knees. He can't do this right now. So I took part of his base and I connected it solidly to me. While in a guard, you can escape sometimes really quickly. There's no really fast answer here. The second thing is, by doing this, I removed some of his base. Look how he's leaning on his arms. He needs them for base. Neither one of them are really solid. This one over here I can easily just bring in. Other one I can leave him easily by bringing up his leg. So I can disturb his base pretty quickly, and it's not easy for him to even get up. Go and get up. I got this knee right here, I push him down with. So I have many advantages if you compare it to a conventional guard that you can make work for you. So when a lot of guys experience this, they don't see the advantage. See how he's on an angle? This arm is much more dominant, it's going to have much more impact on me than the other arm. This leg is taken out of the game. I don't have to worry about pulling him down and breaking his posture. He's right here. And then when you look at the position, a lot of guys forget how easy it is to apply standard submissions as well. Let's look at a couple of standard submissions you can do for me. So here's what happens. People come into a new position and they think, oh, everything is different. Nothing applies the same way as it was before. But the fact is, if we start sparring now, we're going to find ourselves very familiar territory. So he's going to bring his arm forward, for example, to hold me here. We already worked on how easy it is to set up some arm bars, bring this across, trap. If he ducks his head down, a lot of guys do this. I just go here, I do a straight arm over my thigh. I can bend this arm back here. I can do kimuras, just like we used to do them before. If he comes really close to me and closes the gap, well, I'm just going to start working chokes. And the close guy, he was able to just posture up, go posture up. He can't do this easily. I can work my choke pretty nice here, trying to set it up and finish. The far arm, that's a long reach. If he grabs me with his arm, I can easily take it into inverted armbar. So there are a lot of tools that you're really used to, but you think don't apply because it's a new position. I don't want to even talk about the footlocks here and other attacks you can do from me. So what I recommend you do is get in a 50-50, and just start sparring. Don't worry so much about sweeping the guy or passing the guard, but just look at the strength of it and how many submissions there are. Because you will find that the more submissions you have on him, the easier it's going to be to pass and to sweep the guy, because he needs to defend these submissions.